Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 16 of the Geek Perspective. I am your host, Roy. And on today's show, we are discussing Ant-Man and the Wasp. In case you're wondering why I was laughing right now, is we've had issues today with this show. And we finally were ready to go. And Tom's like, don't forget your headphones. So what's going on, Tom?
Hey, what's up, Roy? How you doing today, buddy?
All right. Thanks for reminding me to put my headphones on.
Yeah, no problem.
So I want to tell everybody, if you like our show today, subscribe, share the video, and comment on this video and tell us what you think. Tell us what you want us to talk about, or just comment on what we discussed. We want to hear what you have to say. And besides, it helps our algorithms and it makes the show move up, and so more people can watch us. Because we all know everyone wants to watch us. That's for sure. So, Tom, did you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. last night?
No, that's on my list. It's funny. I was going to watch it this morning before I came over, and then I was like, you know what? I want to save it for tonight so I have something good to watch. So, did you watch it?
I did watch it.
Don't tell me too much.
I don't know how I'm feeling about this show. I'm not. At first, I liked the season, but I don't know. The more episodes I watch, the less I'm intrigued by the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm not crazy about the monsters on the show. Those spiky thingies coming out everywhere. It's I don't know. I'll continue to watch it. I like the earlier seasons. I think the last season I really, really, really liked was the season 4. I think that was one of my last seasons that I really thought they did a great job. I mean, it's still a good show, but I think it should be better.
See, I'm really enjoying it. I forget. I had I had a tough time with the whole LMD season. Was that last season or was that season 4? Or I thought it was great, but I was getting confused after a little while with that one. But this season, I'm right back into it. I'm really enjoying it. But I can definitely see what you're saying. I have a couple guys at work that really like it. That aren't one of my buddies. He's not into like geeky stuff like us, and but he was always been into this show, and this season has lost him. So
yeah, it's one of those shows where it's been weird. I mean, I liked having Phil Coulson's, that character. Well, not that character. The actor that plays Phil Coulson. I like having him on the show.
Yeah.
But
Clark Gregg.
Thank you. But other than that, I expected more. And to me, it's like, eh. And last night's episode for me was like that. It was kind of like, eh, But who knows? If anybody out there has watched the show, if you're watching live, comment below. And if you're watching this later, let me know. Let us know what you think, because we want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, please. I'm always curious as to what people think of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And you had mentioned, if I was going to do some news today, well, how about the Walking Dead ending, the comic book?
Yeah, I picked up the final 2 issues there. I picked up the one where we had told everybody that they killed off Rick on issue 192, and then the surprise ending in 193, which I've said, I don't know if I said to you, but I'm happy with. I'm fine with it. I'm almost actually relieved in a sense. What do you think?
I didn't read the comic books, but and I'm still regretting that. I had the very first episode in my hand. I'm like, no one's gonna read this comic book, because I love zombies, and I'm like, everything I love ends. Nothing lasts.
Yeah.
I love lasts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's taking a last. I threw it back down. It was the worst thing I've ever did in my life.
I did the same
But
thing.
I think it's cool. Um, I think Berkman put it perfectly when he said he wanted it to end the way the show's been all along, where anyone could die, anything could happen at any time. And ending it's the same way. They ended it and it shocked everybody. You
Yep.
know, it can't last forever, you
Exactly.
know, and I think that's very cool.
I mean, it went on for quite a few years. What was it 2003?
It was a long
I
time.
mean, that's a good
It
run.
was a long time.
Especially, it's an independent comic. Independent. I use that term loosely, obviously, but technically, it's an independent comic. I mean, and it lasted all that time. I mean, created one of the biggest shows. Created a spinoff that's honestly, I think, becoming as good as the original show. There's another spinoff coming, and we got all the Rick movies coming too.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
So, and I
If
agree.
you're The Walking Dead, you know that show sucks.
See, I agreed with you up until this season, and then this season really drew me in, and maybe it's just because I'm
You know why?
tired of The Walking Dead.
The cast has the cast from The Walking Dead on it now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's becoming The Walking Dead.
You got Dwight and you got Morgan. But
it's just The Walking Dead. It's just The Walking Dead now. It's all it is.
You know, I mean, because I've said it before. It's not the Walking Dead, just the original series. I feel like it's just retread of everything now. And I mean that's gonna happen. It's been on for a long time too. So
I wish they would have had Morgan have his own show.
Yeah, Morgan's a great character.
Not necessarily have his own show, but him be the focus. Mm-hmm. And I think, and I haven't watched this season, but some people have told me he seems to be more the focus. I don't know if that's true.
Yes, he is.
Which that would explain why it's a better show now, because they actually have a character people are involved with. When this show started, I don't know anybody that cared about those characters. Yeah. I wanted them, all the main characters, I want them all dead, except the drug kid.
Yeah,
he was the best character.
Yeah,
but all the rest of them, I didn't care one lick about them. They could have died. I would have stood up and applauded.
Well, they all died except the sister. That she's the only one that's left of that family.
Which is amazing in itself. If you think about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, just think about it.
She was an idiot.
They introduced all these characters. This show is these characters, and boom, 4 seasons later, there's one of them left out of that original crew right there.
Crazy.
Know? So, yeah, it is pretty crazy.
So, did you buy any new pops lately?
Actually, I am in the, well, as I say, I've been selling most of mine, and I'm selling a bunch more tomorrow.
Nice.
Heading out. Well, you know where I head to sell them.
Yep.
And I did pick up 2 because, like I said, I'm keeping my collection small. I got my horror, obviously you know that. I got my Conan O'Brien's, and I got my punk rock music.
What's going on here? Derek has a fan. What is going on here? Derek is at work.
Yeah, Derek had to work today.
He had to work today. The poor sap couldn't get out of it. If he might pop in later in the show, but we're not holding out hope.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
But anyway, sorry, go ahead, Tom.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, so I'm keeping my collection small. After I sell off all these, but I did. There is a new, well, not a new one. It's a set or that I want to complete, and that is from the movie The Godfather. None of them are super expensive. A couple are vaulted, but nothing. I think the most valuable ones maybe like $22 or something. I love The Godfather, and it's one of those ones. If you kind of look at pops and like common pops. And how they go up in value and stuff. It's movies like that. So I just feel like I'm going to try to complete that. But other than that, no, I have not. How about you? As far as
hold on a minute. I want to find out why that sucks that Derek's not here from Sana.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. All of a sudden, that sucks.
Yeah. Why does that suck, Sana?
Come on, Sana. You open the floodgates. Let us know why that sucks. But back to what you were talking about. I have bought a few pops, which you know about. First, I got Jaws with the tang in his mouth.
Nice. Love that
I
one.
got the 80th anniversary first appearance of Batman,
Yeah, cool
which
one.
I had to buy that.
Yeah.
I'm not if you guys watch the show, you know I'm not a DC guy, but I had to get that. And then my friend Tom here was nice enough to grab um,
I forgot about those.
two pop two pops for me from down where he lives. Um, he got me Mookie Betts, and he got me Wally the Green Monster guy. So
Mookie.
yeah, Mookie who won't be here in 2 years. But he grabbed those two pops for me, and which was nice of him. And so yeah, so I got some stuff which I've started to calm down a little bit. My buddy Rick, Sana's dad actually, said that I have issues and I need an intervention for that I buy too many pops, which I did at first. I was going buying them like crazy, but I've calmed down. Mostly horror now.
Yep.
I had to get the Batman pop because that was just a must. But that and local sports people, I want to focus on that. So I'm doing horror and New England sports guys. So
Well, I gotta
that's
say,
my
I
goal.
was impressed when we went to the store today. You had very good restraint because I got just so every time I come over to Roy's, that collection gets a lot bigger. I'm not talking. Oh, I got a new one or two.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, check out these new 10. No, but they're all cool. Me and him collect very similar. I'm not super into the sports. I have a few. But as far as the other
But
stuff,
my sports are like your Conan O'Brien, I think.
yes,
You know.
exactly. That's what I was about. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But we both collect the horror and stuff like that. And but yeah, we went to the New England Comics today. They're the ones that produce the Tick
The Tick.
and Roy had really good restraint. Didn't buy a pop. Didn't
That's
buy a
right.
comic. I was very impressed. I
Well,
picked up a couple of comics, but
I would have bought in the Walking Dead one, but I didn't have it. I
Yeah.
would have gotten that, but
oh, I forgot about that.
yeah, they
even
didn't have it. So
Yeah,
I would have bought in the last episode, last
issue.
issue. Thank you, last issue of that. I didn't buy the first, so I must have buy the last. You know, and I was hoping to show it today. Hey, look what I got, but yeah, it didn't happen. So, but other than that, you know, that's kind of our day today. You know,
Yeah.
and so everybody knows Comic Con's coming up in November. So if you want to get your tickets, if you want to get your hotel, do it now. They're gonna go really fast.
Yeah, and if you guys seriously like we're always saying comment and subscribe and all that, but if you have any just legitimate like straightforward questions you want to answer to about hotels or something about the area or anything that you want to know about the con, please send us a message or anything like that. Soon we're gonna have a website up and everything, so we'll have more info that way. But yeah, please, if you have any questions, we're more than happy to answer them for you, either on air or off air or whatever.
On our social media, we're on
exactly,
Facebook,
social
Instagram,
media,
Twitter.
Geek Perspective on all platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Geek Perspective. Oh, Twitter or Geek Perspective 2, right?
Geek Perspective 2 without the E.
Yeah, no E at the end, a 2 in place of the E. But yeah, send us messages there. We're more than happy to answer any of your questions.
All right. So on that, let's get into our main topic.
Yeah.
So our main topic today is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom, what did you think of the show? You want to talk about it?
Yeah. So yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp. We decided to review this. I enjoyed it a lot. I had gone in. I'm a big fan of Ant-Man. I'm a big fan of Paul Rudd. But I've been a big fan of Ant-Man for a while in the comics, especially, and I'll talk more about it. The iteration where he's a little more angry and he's more of an a-hole. You can check it out. That's the Uncanny Ant-Man and stuff because he's been around for a long time. But yeah, people I told, like, I had one friend who was like, it's good, but it's slow. I didn't think it was slow at all.
Really? You thought it was slow?
I'm almost wondering if he was talking about a different movie now because he said it. He said it. It was slow.
How do you confuse Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah, I don't know because it was just he said it was slow, and I thought it picked up right away. I didn't feel it was slow at all. So
I think that was the best things about it. All comic book movies, they do is a build up usually,
yeah,
which is it's essential. But yeah, this movie was pretty steady. I thought
yeah.
for because I'm not a big Ant-Man fan,
No time.
but I love Paul Rudd. And when it came out, I'm like, I am not going to see that movie, but I had to see it when it came out on Netflix
Yep.
because it's a Paul Rudd movie. And I love Paul Rudd, so um, I really liked it. I'm like, I could do this. So then when he was in one of the Avengers movies, I'm like, yes, before I would have been like,
Yeah.
but Paul Rudd is the man.
Yeah,
I love Paul Rudd.
So just quick side favorite Paul Rudd movie.
Sheesh. What was the one where he went to dinner? He went to a dinner.
It's kind of vague. A dinner.
I can't think of the name of it.
What else happened in the movie?
He went to a dinner. They ate dinner.
Okay.
No, a bunch of hijinks happened, and it was a comedy about like I can't remember. It was him bringing a guy to dinner, or a guy was bringing him to dinner, and it was about he was one of them was trying to be a jerk, was trying to get out of it basically, and he was being an ass through the whole meal.
Oh, wait a minute. Was it the one with Steve Carell in it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's I know what you're talking. The schmucks.
Something for schmucks. Yes.
Dinner for Schmucks.
Dinner for schmucks. Thank you.
Okay, I haven't seen that one actually.
It's a good movie.
I really like. It's hard for me to pick one because he's good in a lot. I really do like the one where him and the guy that plays Stifler are have to work with the kids because they get in trouble, they get arrested, so then they got to work with the kids, and they end up getting into live action role playing because the kid that played is it McLovin? He was in it. It was a bunch of dorky kids, and oh god, why can't I think of the name of it?
Yeah, we're batting 1,000 today.
Yeah. Anyway,
but while you're looking it up,
yeah.
did you know that he was one of the writers of this movie?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he was one of the writers. I had no clue about that.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
So yeah. So anyway, we should probably get into the actually talking about it.
Him and Angeline Lilly.
Was that
Evangeline Lilly? Yep.
Yeah. So
who's hot, by the way.
All right. So where do we start here with
the beginning?
Was that
the beginning?
Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can quickly find.
Well, while you're looking it up, I'll give a couple of some of the people that are in this movie.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen this movie, there's some pretty big names in this movie. Oh, I think pretty big names. Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly. There's Lawrence Fishburne, Michelle Pfeiffer, rapper T.I., Michael Pena, Bobby Cannavale, Michael Douglas. These are all big names. And to have all these names in a movie like this was pretty awesome.
Role Models is the movie I was trying to think of. And I really like I Love You, Man.
Sorry. I Love You, Man, too. Thank you.
Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that a lot of big names in this movie. Yeah, I mean, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, man. I'm a huge fan of Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, he's a good actor. And T.I., he's really impressed me with his acting. He was funny.
Yeah, he was.
I thought T.I. was very funny. Him and Michael Pena.
Yeah.
Bobby Cannavale. Come on.
Yeah, Bobby Cannavale is great at it. He has a great sense of humor that he is very underrated. I don't think people realize how funny he is just because of some of the roles that he's played and the way he looks. He's a very serious looking guy, but man, he has comedy chops. Man, right. He is hysterical.
Yeah, he's really funny. Really funny. And how about the young girl that played Ava Starr the Ghost?
Yeah.
Hannah John Kamen. She's supposed to be the bad guy, and I never felt like she was the bad guy.
No, there was a couple things she did were bad or
come on, they weren't bad.
But no, she it wasn't your straightforward good versus evil sort of thing. It was kind of it was kind of like a gray area, with her. I felt, yeah.
They what do you think of the scene where he got blown up in the ocean? He blew up really high, and that ocean lies in the ocean.
Yeah.
They're like, ee! That was pretty cool.
Yeah, great effects in it. So, just a quick synopsis, so then we can just talk a little more. I mean, this is Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's takes place obviously after Ant-Man, and then opens, and Paul Rudd character Ant-Man is under house arrest at this point. He's
last couple of days, right? It was ending, right?
What's that?
His house arrest was ending, right? The last couple of days.
Yeah, and he gets, I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, it's basically like the last 2 days of or last day or two of his house arrest from everything that's happened previously and all the laws and everything that he's broke and everything that from Ant-Man and all the other movies that come before this in the universe that he is part of. So, and then and please jump in anytime because I want to keep this just as brief as possible. This synopsis. So, yeah, he's under house arrest, and then we have Michael Douglas and oh god,
what are you thinking of?
The girl, Wasp.
Evangeline Lilly.
That's
Evangeline Lilly.
Evangeline Lilly.
Yes.
Are
she's hot, by the way.
Yes, very, very.
In case you all didn't know,
attractive woman.
So she's from Lost.
What's that?
She's on Lost.
Oh, was she?
Yep.
She was on Lost.
Yeah, she was actually hot on Lost too.
I never watched Lost.
She was hot on Lost, and she's hot in the Wasp.
I don't never watched Lost.
What?
Yeah,
what is wrong with you?
So they so Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly's characters are trying to figure out how to get Evangeline Lilly's mom back from the quantum realm. She has been in the quantum realm now for 30 years.
That's a long time to be there. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I mean, when they were saying that, and then they said it was that long, I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah, she was in this
totally insane
quantum realm for 30 years. So they're trying to figure it out, and Paul and so they're making progress or whatever, and then sort of, and I don't want to give away too much, so I'm just kind of gonna just skip over a bunch of stuff. But yeah, so then Paul Rudd's character gets introduced to, I mean, they've known each other, obviously, but, in this movie, they come together, hijinks kind of ensue and stuff, and then they realize, essentially, and now I'm dumbing this down a lot, is that if they work together, that they might have a shot to get the mother out of the quantum realm, right?
Yep.
And now you got you know who else is in it that you didn't talk about, but one of my favorite actors.
Somebody?
Walton Goggins. Do you know who he is?
No.
So
not a clue.
You know the bad the bad guy in the very beginning. He's the rich guy that she's trying to do the deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Got the briefcase. That guy, he was in Justified. He's one of my favorite actors. He's a great actor. He was in that show Justified. He pops up in movies. He's critically acclaimed actor, just very good. And he's in it. So essentially they want to get the mother out of the quantum realm, and then you got another guy he's just basically out there to make money, and he wants to get in on this quantum science and quantum mechanics because it's the future, and he just wants to make money off it. And so they have to deal with him, and then on top of that, they also have to deal with the fact that Paul Rudd is under house arrest and stuff, so he's being monitored at all times. So that's kind of the two foils that they're dealing with in the main story, that they're trying to get the mother back from the quantum realm. So, just hijinks ensue, and I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, it's like, it goes back to what your friend was like. It was very slow because, like, the very beginning they're trying to make a deal, and that didn't work out. And then stuff happens. We don't want to see what
Yeah.
happens, and then they get Paul Rudd's character involved again. I can't think of his name in the movie. Get him involved again, and he doesn't want to, but he has the hots for Evangeline Lee's character. Whatever. And then he gets involved, and then a bunch of stuff happens again, and then the other stuff happens, and then the ocean liner scene that where he's blown up 45 feet tall was freaking awesome. That happens, and like it's just so much stuff happens in this movie.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of movies, even if you're not a fan of superhero movies, if you like action movies, there was a lot of action.
Yeah.
With again, your friend there, I wish he was watching the show because I like to know what kind of action he wants or.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm definitely when I see him on Monday, I'll ask him why he said that. Maybe it was one of those things where he really wasn't paying attention to what I was saying because it's so much happens.
Maybe he didn't care what you were saying. You
Yeah, I mean, yeah, possibly. I mean, yeah, and that's fair because I mean, I work with him and we work 50
Starbucks, baby, Starbucks.
We work 50 plus hours a week, and I see these guys more than I see girlfriends and mothers,
family.
And, I see these guys more than I see my family, so could be. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the hijinks ensue, and
There's so much stuff happen.
yeah, there's so exactly, guys, and like Roy said, if you're if you're not a fan of superhero movies, but you like action, and if you like comedy, it's funny. Now it's not like, and it's not like a straightforward comedy like an Adam Sandler movie. I'm not saying that Adam Sandler is super funny or anything like that.
What? Somebody knows who your friend is.
There you go, Raymond Luxury Yacht. Walton Goggins is cool as AF. And,
what the hell's AF? Oh, okay. I'm old. I don't know these rules. All you kids today.
I had to look it up. There's a bunch of like NSFW. I look that up like once a week because I can't even remember what it means. And it's like it's at end of text and stuff and all that stuff.
You see it a lot, yeah.
TIL and all these things. I'm just like, I don't know. I know LOL.
That's about my limitation.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the WASP, a mutant or a tech. Oh,
tech.
The WASP is tech.
Definitely tech.
Yes.
All tech all day long.
Yes. Yeah, as far as just a bunch
and the WASP is hot, by the way. I don't know if I've told you.
Yeah, she is.
She is really hot.
Yeah, she's a very attractive woman.
Yes, she is.
So yeah, like I said, a bunch of hijinks until we come to the end, and we won't tell you because you guys could check it out.
You're just gonna see it. I mean, there's so much happening.
Yeah.
Like, I can remember watching this movie and being like, when is it going to slow down?
Yeah.
And even when it slowed down because obviously I don't care what action movie you're watching, it's going to slow down to a certain point so you can have conversation with the characters.
Yeah.
Like, it just has to happen.
Yeah.
And even that was hilariously funny in some spots. No, the whole thing wasn't hilarious, but there was spots where it was like, that's awesome, and then it goes back into action. Yeah. It was. I'm telling you, people.
It's a great, in my opinion, it's a great movie.
If you haven't seen it, hey, everybody, Derek has checked in from the office.
Oh, what's up, Derek? Yeah, great movie. So, out of 10, Roy, what would you give it?
I got a bug fly on my computer. As far as overall or acting, or
we'll go. All right, start with acting. As far as acting.
I'll give it 7.5.
7.5. I'm gonna go 8.5 just because you got Paul Rudd, you got Walton Goggins, and you got Michael Douglas.
A name like Walton Goggins, that loses points.
What's that?
A name like Walter Goggins, that loses points.
But those three are just fantastic. I mean, everybody else. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne. I can't believe I left him out. He's one of my absolute favorites. I mean, those four right there are probably in my top 20 actors. So
I think two of the actors that like I love Paul Rudd. I love Evangeline Lilly. They're both like I'll see almost anything they're in. But two actors that worked really well together was Michael Pena and Repetia. Their
Yes.
interactions and like the van and whatever other
Yeah.
stuff they were doing, their interactions to me were hilarious.
Yeah.
Like there are people that work well together in a movie, and you being a former actor, you know what I'm talking about. Like they just click,
Yeah.
and it just works. And I would have thought they worked together for years, like on the show, like they were supposed to. Like it was amazing.
Now Michael Pena is the assistant, right? Essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he is hilarious.
Yeah,
when he
I
gets,
love Michael Pena.
when he gets the truth serum. It's not truth serum. It's no truth serum.
Yes.
It's not truth serum. Great scene.
That was hilarious. See this movie.
Another great actor.
Yes.
And when I listed those four, I left out Bobby Cannavale, and he's
Oh,
another
yes,
great actor.
yes.
So the acting, in my opinion, 8.5, and like I said, I don't go higher than 9 on acting. So that's pretty much high.
I'm going 7.5 because there are other people that didn't act very well. Well, actually, I don't know. I just went 7.5.
Okay, so we did acting. What else do we rate?
How about you have overall, and you have
well, I was gonna do overall, but is there any other categories before we get to the overall?
I don't know.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, do overall.
All right, so overall.
8.75.
8.75.
Yes.
8 3/4. You
Yes.
want to?
I couldn't quite give it a 9.
Okay.
Only because I don't have a reason. I just can't give it a 9.
I can see that because it's like as great as I said it was. It's like it's one of those films like I don't.
It's not a top 10 horror movie in history.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
not. You know, it's a great film, but you don't put.
It's a great film in the Marvel
universe
geek genre.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Because it's a great film, but you don't put this next to Scarface.
That's what I meant to say, people. That was my point. That's why.
You know, or
Thank
next to Godfather.
He read my mind.
But yeah, I mean, it's still a great film, and for that reason, again, on the film overall, I'll go 8. But, like I said, I enjoyed it a ton. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here, Derek? Do you think they will have a way for Ant-Man to partially expand or shrink instead of? Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I would think that they'll introduce that in the future. I mean, what do you think, Roy? It's a really interesting question.
That is a very interesting question. I'm gonna say no. Only because it might interfere with a story, maybe.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense what I just said, but I don't know. I just don't. If the movies, if they keep doing Ant-Man movies, and they keep being as good as this last one, and as action filled, I don't know. Could you add more? I mean, I guess you could add more comedy to it. I guess you could. Damn you, Derek! Why don't you ask these great questions when you're here?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they.
What do you guys in the chat room think?
Yeah, please jump in.
Give us your opinions. Come on, Rich. Lux, Sana.
I could see it. I mean, I don't. I think it'd be cool, and I could see them doing it. I don't know if they will, but it could be very cool. I'm stumped, man.
I know. That's a really good question.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Because I'm like, no, because there's always so much going on. But then I'm like, well, why couldn't you?
Next time you have a question, Derek, submit it 24 hours in advance, please.
And be here so we can beat you when we can't answer the question. Oh, and by the way, before when we were talking about the pops earlier, Derek also got a Mookie Betts in a Wall of the Green Monster pop also. And Derek, your pops are here, by the way. You owe me $5,000.
the buddy discount there.
That's right. So anybody, what do you guys think? Anybody have a thought on the shrinkage
Yeah, shrinkage.
or the spandage?
Yeah, any thoughts or anything?
Maybe in crickets in the chat room.
I think that he stumped the chat room too.
You even stumped the chat room, Derek. How is that possible?
No.
Derek doesn't say 2 words when he's here, and then when he's at work, he has all this information. What's going on, Derek?
Yeah. So,
Did anybody in the audience have any questions about the movie? Because now's the time to ask.
well, we'll give him a couple. We'll give him a minute or two here. So yeah, that was Ant-Man. Couple other things going on. Check out Ant-Man and Wasp. A couple other things. Stranger Things dropped. On
Yes,
Thursday.
yep. New season.
Excited. Started watching it. We'll talk about it in a future episode, I'm sure.
Is this the last season, or are they doing another season?
I don't think they've announced any end date
Okay.
yet. And we'll talk about it more because we don't want to give away. I don't want to. Well, I haven't even watched the whole season yet. But we'll give everybody time before we actually talk about it. But so far, so good. As far as that is the last season, I actually.
Oh Jesus! Derek got the idea from Naruto. Sana, this is all for you. Naruto is a anime from Derek. And I have no idea what that means. And he got it from Naruto. I know Naruto's the show, but I don't know how that would tie into Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I'm just assuming that it's something similar. He was able to do something similar, do a partial shrink expand.
Partial shrinkage?
Yeah, I mean, that was his question. So, yeah, I don't know. If you want to elaborate more.
We should have known, though, it had something to do with anime.
Yeah.
We should have known.
We should have.
Derek, you stumped the crew, Derek.
Yep. But yeah, check out you guys should definitely check out Stranger Things. Very good. As far as Roy said about the last season, I actually have a thing that I've been telling people about. They should end it pretty soon, and maybe we'll talk about that in a future episode. And we'll talk about some of the controversies that have come out of Stranger Things. I was binging Boruto, but
I was binging Boruto, but they used expansion jutsu. Now he's speaking a whole different language now.
Yeah. This is why it's better when Derek is here because he can expound on it while me and
I know one other person that probably knows as much about anime as Derek. I'm gonna have to get these two guys together. We can't have them on the show together because we won't be saying a word because they'll just be talking some crazy stuff. But I'm gonna talk to him and see if I can get him on the show because him and Derek would have a blast.
Well, maybe we could even get them to do their own episode. You know what I mean?
We could do that too.
Let them do all anime because I know how big anime is. Okay, and they could focus. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. They could focus on a body part instead of just becoming giant everywhere.
But why would you want like a giant arm?
Well, I mean, or expand or shrink. You get a small arm to reach into somewhere. You're right. You know what I mean? You can't you need to get through a crack or something. That. You know what I mean? Reach through something. You can just shrink your arm or shrink a leg. I mean, it's a cool question.
You say so. But you can shrink his whole body and go right in.
Yeah, I mean, it could. I mean, I just think I think it would make just add another interesting wrinkle to the character if he could. Just say, oh, I'm just going to shrink my forehead and that's it, or whatever,
It'd be funny.
Yes.
It would be funny.
So, that's good. No, that's a good question. Hey, and it sparked conversation. So, good.
We love conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Other than that, what else we got? Anything?
No, that's it for the review.
That's it, guys. So
you guys have any questions at all for us? Our chat was pretty quiet all of a sudden, except for Derek. And Derek's at work. He's the only one talking to us.
So guys, subscribe, and check us out on all. Remember, he was a kid that.
That was from earlier.
Oh, okay. subscribe and like our channel. Check us out.
Derek's battery is going to die, people.
Check us out on social media. Comment on the video.
Are you reading my script here?
Yes.
Go ahead, Tom.
No, you go.
No, it's all yours, bud.
All right. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and subscribe to our channel. Our channel is Geek Perspective on YouTube. And for Roy, Derek in absentia, and myself.
Absentia. Wow.
Yeah.
Big
Dude,
word of the day.
I used to be an English teacher, man. I gotta use the words sometimes.
This dude has done it all. Jesus.
Not well though.
Hey, but you've done it though. That's
Yes.
cool.
So So for Roy, Derek, and myself, have a geeky great day, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Stay cool.
Thanks, guys.